Ring around the rosies, pocket full of posies. Way to go, Mr. J!
Okay, let's start off with foundation first. Off camera I did my base. I mixed my normal everyday foundation with a white foundation to get that clown face but wearable but still cute but not a corpse yet vibe. You know the one I'm going for, right? Anyway, and I set that with a white pressed powder to give it a finished look. Moving on to brows now. I filled in both my brows with the Soap and Glory Brow Archery. This is perfect for giving natural looking eyebrows, and because Harley is a blonde, you don't want your brows to look crazy, even if she is. I filled in both my brows with a slight arch because that's the way Harley's looks in the movie. Now it's the fun part, the pretty pink and blue eyeshadow. I started by filling in the whole eye with the colour, trying to make it look as bright and standoutish as possible. Is standoutish a word? Then I started to use the same colour and drag it downwards to make it look like it's been smudged. I used more product to make it bright and poppy. I didn't want to make it look too unblended, so I used a slightly lighter colour to blend the edges and soften the lines. I did the same thing on the other side with the blue eyeshadow, dragging it down my face using my fingers. I then went in and lined my tight line and waterline with the Soap and Glory Super Kohl liner. It gives that grungy, smoky, dark eyes that Harley's sporting in the movie. You know that feeling when you touch your eyes and then they immediately start gushing with water, because me too! I smudged out the liner with a small flat brush to make it look even more grungy and worn out. I then did liner along the bottoms of my eyelids with the Kat Von D tattoo liner to get a thin but black line. I didn't do a wing because in the trailer I didn't see Harley with winged liner. I then did the same for the other eye. For Harley's cut on her forehead, I mapped out where I wanted the cut to be with a nude lip liner. I then filled in the cut with brown, red and black eyeshadow to make it look even deeper into the skin.
Oh, it's brilliant!
Now we can't forget about Harley's cute little heart tattoo on her cheek. Using the same kohl eyeliner we used before, I drew a small black heart and filled it in to make it look jet black just like a tattoo. Oh, the heart is so cute! Moving on to mascara. I coated my lashes using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara to make them all black before we add falsies. Using these Primark £1 dramatic lashes, I applied them to both my eyes to make the look pop even more. Now it's time to make yourself look like you've been dragged through the bush backwards, had your arse kicked and still look kinda cute and badass at the same time. To do this said look, take any black eyeshadow, dip your brush in and gently start dragging it down your face in sections. Use the eyeshadow lightly because you can build eyeshadow up, but it's pretty hard to take away if you do too much. In the photos I've been looking at, she looks as though she's had something dragged down the side of one of her cheeks, or she's been dragged along the floor on her face. I don't know, I've only seen the trailers in these images, so it's pretty much a guess, but yeah, go for that look. Adding black and brown eyeshadow all over your face in different patterns and darkness make it look as though you've been in a super mega super villain fight. You know, that casual look. Now for the red lip look. After Harley's been fighting, our lipstick's kind of grungy but still bright red, but you can tell it's been worn away from hours of fighting. To get this look I used two different MAC lipsticks. The first lipstick I used was MAC's Ruby Woo, which gives that bright red pop of colour, and then I went over the top of it with MAC's Diva to darken it down a bit. I then used tissue to dab away some of the product to make it look worn and not so perfect anymore. I then drag lipstick down with my fingers because in the photos I've seen she has lipstick smeared down her face from her lips. I guess it's lipstick, but it could be blood. I don't know. It didn't look as bright as I wanted it to after smearing it, so I went through the middle of the smear and applied Diva to give it a bit more dimension. I then added a bit of black eyeshadow to the centre of my mouth to make it look dirty from all that badass fighting. And that's the finished look. All we have to do now is add a blonde, scruffy wig and hey presto, we're Harley.
Oh, it's brilliant. Why?
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. And from me and Harley,
Bye-bye.